We are now on the operations of sets. In arithmetic, we have operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division that enable us to combine numbers. So in sets, we have the intersection, union, difference, and complement of a set. So let's discuss first the basic set operations. So if you have a symbol, bold letter U, so comparing, for example, two sets A and B, so A union B. So it's a symbol of union sets. The set of elements that belongs to set A or set B or both. So we have here an illustration of Venn diagram. So considering two sets in a circle represented by a circle intersecting with each other, and notice that in this illustration all of them are shaded. That means to say we are pertaining to the union of sets. Example: find the union of set A, which is composed of 2, 3, and 4, and B, which have 3, 4, and 5. So if we tend to find the union between two sets, A union B is equivalent to 2, 4, 3, 4, 5. So list all the elements in set A and all of set elements in set B. If an element is in both sets, so we list it only once. So always take note of that. Next, a symbol of a downward U, capital letter U. So, considering again set A and B, so it is read as a symbol of intersection of sets. So, intersection of sets are the set of elements belongs to both A and B. So the set of the common elements in A and B. So if you try to put this in a Venn diagram, what is inside the shaded part, these are the elements which are common. So those are elements common between two sets. So those are the numbers or elements should be put in the intersecting area of the set in the Venn diagram. So for example, using the same sets, we have 2, 3, 4, and B is through 3, 4, and 5. So A intersection 5, we have 3 and 4 are the common elements. Okay, another example of an intersection. If you are dealing with 2, 3 or more elements involved, so we should be careful in designing or making our Venn diagram illustration. So we should see to it that if we are comparing these three, particularly on identifying its intersection value, So notice that in the Venn diagram, the intersecting area of the three sets should be shaded accordingly. Like for example, comparing set A, which is composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 only. While in set B, we have 2, 4, 6. And set C, we are considering 1, 3, 5 ellipses. So if you are required to find the intersection between A and C, so what are common numbers in A and C? We have only 1, 3, and 5. So that can justify that A has at the intersection of B, C. Next, finding the intersection of B and C, comparing set B and C. Notice that there is no common between. So what will appear in your answer? That the intersection of B and C is equal to an empty set. Empty set. So another example, comparing set X, Y, and Z. Again, X we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 only. While in set Y we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 only. And Z, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Now, if you are finding X union Y, so what are those numbers involved? So these are numbers 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. So those are the numbers considering the union between X and Y. Intersection in between Y and Z. So find the common numbers, and these are Y and Z numbers. Oh, there's none. The answer is empty set. The answer to number 2 is empty set. Number 3. If you're talking about X, union between X and Z, intersection Y. So considering the union or the intersection or the union between X and Z. So union we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16. So those are the number of union of Z. Between X and Z. Now what do you think are the intersection with Y, considering the union between X and Z? So these are okay, I think it's provided an example, the illustration, the complete illustration of finding the union between X and Y. So first, you have to write all the elements in each set. So finding the union, meaning you are going to mention all the elements involved, but not repeating same elements in both sets. You have to write it once. Finally, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. are the elements union with X, set X, and Y. Number 2, considering the intersection between Y and Z. Where Y we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. While in Z we have 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. So at first, you have to list all the given elements in Y and Z. Notice that by comparing these two sets, there's no common between. So therefore, the final answer is what I've said earlier, that the intersection between Y and Z is equal to an empty set. For number 3, you are required to find X union Z intersection Y. So simply rewrite all the set elements in the set given that enables us to specifically identify each set. Considering the sentence that you are required to find the union of X and Z, so with the union of X and Z compared to the finding also the intersection with Y. So after listing, so we compare first the intersection. Intersection with Z and Y. And after that, the union with X and Z. So what are the intersection with X, Z and Y? So it's not clearly stated here, but as what I've observed, we have to find the union first with X and Z. So in the union between X and Z, we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, and 16. Then after that, we will compare it with Y in finding the intersection. That should be the procedure. We can start from left to right. Simplification. Now, so finding the common between the intersection of X and Z compared to Y, so the common elements are 6 and 12. So that would be the final answer. So again, you'll be given time to answer activity 1 for this particular topic. Considering the given sets, so you are required to solve or to show your steps in identifying exactly the requirement for each number. So we perform first number 1 to serve you as an example. So if we try to find the intersection between A and C, where C stated that X such that X is an element of odd numbers less than 9. So the odd numbers less than 9, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Compared it with set A, we have 2 and 5. So their intersection is only an element of 5. So do you do the rest? Then give you time to answer for it. Then we will check it. I will check it later. So I have provided here the answers for number 2, 3, and 4 in order for you to compare your answer with. And if ever you got mistake, just try to observe the way I illustrated my answer, my solution to the answer. So you have to follow it accordingly. That's it. We will continue. So the basic set operation. We have here a symbol of A apostrophe or A to the C, the power of C. Meaning it is read as A complement. So set A complement of a set is a set of all elements in the universal set U that are not in A, set A. So it is very easy. Finding the complement of a set, compare the set to the set of the universal set, then which elements are not included in A are your complement set. So notice that to satisfy it in the Venn diagram, so we are finding the complement of A. So all the sets mentioned in A are not included. The numbers which are not in A will be the complement of A. So shaded is the universal set outside, represented by a rectangular shape, while set A in a circle is not shaded, meaning talking about the complements, these are the numbers which are outside in set A. So for example, if we consider the universal set as a set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and A contains 1, 3, and 5. So finding the complement of A, these are the numbers not mentioned in A, numbers 2 and 4. So the complement of A is a set of elements in U, but not in A. And these are elements, these elements are 4, 2, and 4. We continue to the next. A minus B. Meaning, we are talking about the difference of sets. So the set containing elements in set A, but not in set B, is the difference of set. All the elements of A except the elements of B. So to illustrate this in the Venn diagram, considering that two sets are intersecting with each other, we are going to shade only a portion in A, meaning the remaining area not included in B. So we are shading only a portion of A. So to satisfy this in an example, say if set A contains 3, 4, and 5, and set B have 2, 4, 6, 8. Finding the difference of set A and B, in this case, we have 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Are the numbers not included in B. So notice that the elements of 4 and 6 are shaded in this case because they are common between two sets. So they are included the shaded part. Are included the set B. So the difference of set A and B are not in set elements of A, but are set of elements in A, not in B. While the second requirement, comparing the difference between B and A, we are reversing the arrangement. Minuend is B and the subtrahend is A. So meaning these are the elements not in A, in B, not in A. So what are those elements comparing? Set A and B. These are 2 and 8. 2, that 6 and 4 again are included in set A. So difference in set B and A are the set of elements in B, not in A. And these are 2 and 4. 2 and 8 rather. Okay, another example. Considering the given, we have universal set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While set A of 1, 3, 5, set B 3, 4, 5, and set C have 2 and 4. Okay. So if you are required to solve for the union between the A complement and B complement, so what are the A complement? To compare A to universal set, the A complement we have, okay, the A complement we have 1, whenever set A contains 1, 3, 5, so we are going to put there open and close braces in that set, then put apostrophe. That means to say that we are required to find the complement of those elements. Then union it also with the complement of the set B composed of 4, 5, and 4, 3, 4, and 5. So that will be our first step. So the second step, identifying its complement. So complement compared to union set. So these are the numbers 2 and 4. These are numbers found in universal sets which are not in set A, 2 and 4. So with set B, it is 1 and 2. So these are the complement of A and complement of B. But the final requirement is to find its union. So considering the union between the two complements, we have 1, 2, and 4. For letter B, the first thing that you're going to do is to find the intersection between A and C complement. So again, mentioning elements of set A, we have 1, 3, 5, and set C, we have 2 and 4. Taking its intersection rather. Then after that, finding its complement. So we have to take it one at a time. Now, what is the union between set A and set C? The answer is there's none. Intersection rather. So there is no intersection, no common element between the two. So it's empty. And yet you're required to find the complement of the empty set to the universal set. So therefore, the A intersection C complement would be all the elements mentioned in universal set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is our answer. For letter C, find the difference between B and C complement. So, enumerate all the elements in B minus all the elements in C. We have 2 and 4. But notice that before you're finding the difference between the two, you should have to find the complement first of C. So what are the complements of C compared it to the universal set? So we have 1, 3, and 5 for C complement. So the final requirement is to find the difference between B to be subtracted by the C complement. So to subtract, compare, or find the number which are not included in B. These are the numbers in set C complement not included in these are the numbers found in set B not included in the C complement. It's considered as the difference, and that is number or element 4. So, for this activity, you'll give it time to answer. Okay, I have here a solution to the remaining requirement for you to find out whether your answer is correct. If you got mistake in this activity, try to observe as to what step you were able to miss your answer. Okay, your performance task, by the way, is to make a Venn diagram in a paper considering sets, the universal set and set A and B. Now, our universal set is composed of iPhone, BlackBerry, LG, Oppo, Vivo, Samsung, Nokia, Motorola, and Sony phones, mobile phones. While in set A, we have iPhone, BlackBerry, LG, Motorola, and Oppo only. While in set B, we have LG, Vivo, Nokia, and Motorola. So your task is to make a Venn diagram illustrating the relationship of those elements. Let's continue with the assessment activity. So here are questions provided. Read and answer the questions carefully and write the answer in your paper. So let me just say that you just write the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Thank you so much for this episode. This is your teacher, Mr. Cedric A. Borres. Thank you.